First and foremost, as I say every week, most important thing is to win. I've got to be honest, everything that could go wrong really in the build-up to it did. We had several injuries in the defensive department, and then we lose Terence early on in the game, which was a real blow for us, and we'll probably lose him now for a substantial period of time, which is devastating really, because he's been absolutely outstanding since the season started. So that's disappointing for us, but fair play. We dropped Ramel Sterling in there and he was man of the match. He was excellent. I think that the big thing that I sort of had at half time was I sort of came in at half time and did not know how on earth we were only 1-0 up. Had it not been for two of the best saves you'll see at this level from their goalkeeper. They've had one off the line. We've had some set pieces that have been whipped in with some real quality. And to be honest with you, probably should have been 4-0 up at half time. And we knew with the slope and there was a tailwind behind that there would be periods in the game in the second half where we'd have to defend. And I was raging with the goal we conceded, to be honest, because we were in control and then all of a sudden it's a launch ball forward from their goalkeeper that comes down with snow on it. We don't get round and defend the channel side quick enough. We then slice the clearance. It goes off for a corner out of nowhere. And then the ball comes in. We've got a mismatch in the box, which should never happen. And the lad scores, and we'd had a warning shot about 2 or 3 minutes before that, to be fair. We'd gone to sleep at the far door, and the lads hit the post from point blank range. So it wasn't as if that was their only chance of the game. But then I've got to be honest, I thought we were so resilient, you know, we looked fit, we kept going, we kept knocking on the door. And I always felt really towards the end, I think there's a chance with Carl Faulkner where their goalkeeper makes a very good save again. We then have one where Kyle's hasn't caught it clean, and I just had a feeling we'd get another chance. And then fair play to Kelvin, what a finish. He's got the composure to shift it onto his left foot and place the ball into the bottom right corner. And if anyone had seen the scenes that preceded that from the supporters, from ourselves, you know, I was up the touchline and all sorts. I think you'll realise what it meant to us, and I think a draw would have been really unfair on us, in all fairness. So fair play to the lads, showed great resilience, great determination, and for me, you know, we thoroughly deserved that 3 points. Very different game on Tuesday night against Tring. Obviously they've got a way of playing. We have our way of playing. Ultimately, I don't really care about styles. Styles don't mean anything to me. I keep hearing these words, you know, I heard it a lot on Tuesday about this mythical right way of playing. It's a myth, it's a nonsense. For me, the best way of playing is to win, and that's what we did. They started off very, very well, to be fair. First 10 or so minutes, they had us penned in, they had us locked in. They circulated the ball really well. We weren't tight enough. We had to make a little adjustment in terms of how we organised our midfield players on the day. To be fair, it's a wonderful rebound for Rory Mills to clear when the lad has got the goal gaping. They've had probably 1 or 2 half chances after that, but a lot of crosses in the box, which I felt we dealt with. And then the second half, I thought, to be honest with you, I thought we put them under real pressure. They were obviously then going up the slope. We locked on really aggressively in terms of our full team press. Regained the ball several times. I mean, you know, you watch the video back. There's 2 absolute cast iron penalties in the game that somehow just aren't given. One's been given outside the box when he's so far in the box he knows he'll be in the goal. Which again, I sound like a broken record every week moaning about it, but that's how we saw it. And it was one of those games where I thought, right, come on, you know, please don't let it go to 0-0 and then you end up in a penalty shootout. And then wonderful, to be fair, good combination play by Ramel and Rory. It's a terrific ball into the box, and to be fair to Tolu, what a finish into the top corner. And because of the way we pressed the game, it forced them then to start kicking it long. They brought the lad Giuseppe on up the front. They went to a sort of 2 up front, and you know, last 5 or 10 minutes they then start bombing balls forward, which doesn't really overly suit them, if I'm being truthful, and it, you know, played into our hands a little bit. So I was really, really pleased with the boys. I thought we showed real good resilience again. I thought we looked very, very well organised, very well structured. You got the 1-0 and ultimately we're in the next round. So as mentioned earlier on today, obviously Terence, we're losing now for a period of time, which is a real blow. But you know, hopefully we'll have Ethan Creary back for the weekend. We've been really cautious with him over the last 3 or 4 days. The game will come too soon for Benji Crilly. But we're hopeful. We've got a couple that we've got to just check on tonight in the training session. So Isaac Ololei is now back into the mix. Thought he was excellent when he came on the pitch on Tuesday. And we've got good numbers again. Not a single player let themselves down on Tuesday. So, you know, it gives us another selection headache. It's a headache I keep on having. And hopefully it's a selection headache I continue to have for the rest of the season. So, still nowhere near really picking my team. I've still got questions over a few. And that's a testimony to the players, because ultimately they're putting themselves under an immense amount of pressure, pushing each other. So it'll be interesting to see what team is come Saturday. Yeah, so we expect a big crowd. The way some people have gone on outside of the club, it's to some of them it's probably bigger than Barcelona and Real Madrid. For me, it's just another game, and I don't want to say that flippantly, but it's 3 points at the end of it. If we win the game, it's 3 points. If we lose the game, it's 3 points to them. It's not a league decider. It's not a season definer. What it is for us is it's a good opportunity for us to test where we're at. I'm certainly not going to the game in any way, shape, or form in awe of Leighton. They're a good side, they've got good players, but so have we, and it's going to be a good event. It's going to be a good crowd. As I said, the majority of people outside the club are really looking forward to it. We like I say, we've got a lot of players here that have got ex-Leighton connections. That doesn't mean anything when the game starts. Ultimately, it'll be two teams that I think will go to try and win the game. They'll try and win it, we'll try and win it, and the best team on the day will win the game. And we're under no illusions. If we turn up and play like we have done for the majority of the last 12 games, we give ourselves a great chance. If we turn up and play like we have done in spells, then we'll get rolled over. I don't hide from that. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the game itself. I'm looking forward to obviously getting a bumper crowd through the gate. But ultimately, when the game starts, it's just another game. It's just another 3 points. And ultimately, the most important thing for us, like I say every week, is to make sure that the 3 points comes to us and not the opposition. Yes, so Ardley, they were the sides I was probably most impressed with last year. They're a good side. They kept the nucleus of their group together. They won very comprehensively on Tuesday night. I think it was 5-1. Hard place to go, especially on a Tuesday, and especially after what's going to be a tough game for us on Saturday. But like I always say, I'll concentrate on Saturday and then we'll worry about Tuesday. We always keep an eye on the next game coming, obviously. The way that we've travelled as a support in the last 2 games has been fantastic, and I must credit everybody because they've not been easy games to get to. But we're back now 65, 70 every single game away from home. We're certainly starting to take over. So that's a credit to everybody involved with the football club, everybody who supports us, and hopefully we'll continue to give people things to cheer. But we know, again, Tuesday will be no different. We've got to make sure that we get Saturday that right first, and then Tuesday will be another test, another examination for us, and another one that we've got to make sure that ultimately we come away to make it 6 points in the next 2 games. Anything less than that's always going to be disappointing. So hopefully we'll be back well. Look forward to seeing you all here on Saturday, and hopefully we'll have a great atmosphere and get the 3 points at the end of it.